Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Crap! How long was that video not playing? I just made a whole thing. This is getting a bit annoying. I think my belly is turning the record button off in the middle, and then I look down and realize I'm not recording, and I don't know what I... Okay, well, recap. We went to the pond. I don't know when this cut off. We came down here to all the beds that Dora's been working on, my wife. We have a wedding coming up and a reception here, and she's trying to make the actually there was a time when all the plants were small, and now they're all actually getting pretty they're starting to look like, over there particularly, it looks like a real garden. I mean, things are, you know, sometimes the deer come and eat everything because we can't have anything nice around here. And then but that's looking like an actual, like what you see in the videos with real flowers. One good thing is the black-eyed Susans, it's their time of year. It's her time. It's her time of the year. And so any place where there's black-eyed Susans, that needs to come out. It's right in the middle of it, of this supposed path between this bed and this. Wait a minute, let's try something. Yeah, that's like a, okay, now you can see. Kind of goes and curves around there. Nick, my son, put the gravel in there. Dora prepared it, the plastic. She put that wood there for the fire pit that's in the middle of the gravel. The pond is looking good. She mulched over there. That bed, nice. This whole bed she made, which the idea was somewhere in there, there's a couple of laurels left. They were supposed to go down the middle, and they were going to create its own natural wall of laurels to keep the deer out. But the deer just ate the laurels. What is that? So this whole thing, okay, so I mowed this, and it looked terrible before, and I trimmed this whole hedge, just the edges, basically neatened it up, and then ran over the clippings after they'd been there for about a week or two and had a chance to dry out. It looks fine. It looks my concept is the less labor and energy you can expend doing a job, the more jobs you can get done before you run out of gas, physically speaking. So I try to do things easier. Rather than going down with a tarp and picking all this up, I think it looks 90% good, and all I had to do was mow the lawn at the same time. It chopped up the branches. So to me, that leaves me more energy to do more work. That's how I think of it. This whole sunny area. So here I didn't mow, because this grass is so thin with the shade, I think that's the idea, that it really isn't, it's really not a problem for the dog, as you can see. It's so sparse and weedy that, but here where it's thick, it literally covers them. And so I mowed this entire stretch right here where the sun is, that's where it grows. So basically I did a big circle around the front yard, including where those hedges that I trimmed, and then took extra here in the dark. That was from the video where I was literally covered in, what do you call it? I was doing it at dusk. I was covered in fireflies. I looked down, there was one on my knee, one on my pants. I touched my ear, and then there was one on my fingertip where I touched my ear. One on my shoulder. And then I looked down and there were more. So, but then of course, by the time I pulled the camera out, they all were gone. So driving around here in the dusk, I guess the fireflies were there, and I was just picking them up as I rushed through them. The thing was, they would stay there. That was the funny thing. They stayed with me. Like, I don't know, they were just sort of getting a ride, or I don't even know. Anyway, that happened. So yeah, there's a little update. So there's a lot of in less than 2 weeks, we have a big party, so there's lots of weeding and mulching. I already trimmed the bushes about 3 weeks ago so that they would start to have time to grow back, giving them about a month to start getting some fresh green and make them look good. And so here we are. Let's ask all the saints to pray for us. That's a little walk around of the yard when it actually looks good. Let's ask all the saints to pray for us. Please pray for the souls of purgatory, St. Bridget, St. Catherine, and St. Ingrid of Sweden. Pray for us.